welcome to Would I Lie to You, a podcast in which we attempt to convince each other that we are all absolute truth tellers and there are no lies whatsoever. Joining me today, we have returning Cerridwen.
Hello.
Neighrator Pony.
Hello.
VladiVoices.
Hello.
What was that voice, Vladi?
What? It's just my normal voice.
That's your ASMR bloody thing.
ASMR AI.
Right?
Welcome. Please scan your first item.
Oh my goodness. And joining us for this possibly good attempt at entertainment, possible absolute shit show, Midnight 29.
Hello.
Okay, so we are going to be playing Would I Lie to You? The basic premise of this is that people are going to be telling each other truths and lies, but they are trying to convince the rest of the members of our panel that they are all truths, and we'll see who can fool us all convincingly. So, we're not going to go in teams, we're just going to go individually. This is a panel show, technically, but rather than it being a panel, it's just a group of my willing victims.
She said it.
Okay, so first round 1, home truths. A participant reads out a statement about themselves, and the opposing panelists have to decide whether it is truth or a lie. The opposing panelists are allowed to interrogate the truther or liar reading the statement, but if it's a lie, they must think of responses on the spot to convince the other panelists that it is in fact true. Vladi, you're first. I'm sending you your first statement.
My parents once grounded me after they saw a picture in the newspaper of me doing something I shouldn't.
What was it they saw you doing in the newspaper?
Vladi, you can't wait out for 3 minutes by just answering. That's not how this works. You do have to speak. Just saying things really slowly or letting the silence ring is not an appropriate
I'm sorry, I just
tactic.
forgot.
This is why I didn't want to go
forgot about
first.
this one. It was like something project or something at the school that they were showing, and I happened to be in the background, and I thought no one was looking, and I really had to go to the bathroom. I pooped in the field.
I can see why you potentially didn't want to say that out loud.
You pooped in the field?
It was like right next to the playground. They were showing off the new equipment, and I didn't think anyone was looking. I had to go.
How old were you?
I was like 6.
23. It was terrible.
Oh no!
Okay, nobody at the newspaper noticed the little girl pooping in the background.
That was
of
my
the
thought.
photograph.
Apparently not. It was just a small local town, so no one really
I guess
cared.
it's just a small local poop.
Everybody knew each
Local
other.
poop.
That reporter knew you, and they're like, I'm going to use this.
It's like, oh, God, I'm at work with her dad.
Like, you can't really see anything, but just from the squatting, you could kind of tell.
So wait, they just saw you squatting in the background?
Hang on, you weren't even behind a tree or anything.
Oh, it was away from everyone, and everyone was like busy looking at the new equipment. I thought no one would see me.
This may be like a galaxy brain move. Because, like, because you just don't know. Who would willingly admit to that if it's true? And also, like, why would you make that up about yourself if it's false? So now I don't know what to think anymore.
What did you use as toilet paper? The grass.
I just had to hurry to like a bathroom afterwards as soon as I had the chance. We still weren't allowed to go in for a while.
So you were doing the poo waddles, like, oh god, I hope it doesn't go down my trousers.
Pretty much. Can we be done with this, please?
Ew.
We can be. Does anybody have any other questions?
I don't know where to go from here.
Did your parents they deliberately bought the newspaper to see this, or did they always get the newspaper? Wait, hang on.
Yeah, they did like that. It was the school, and then that I go to, and they're like, "Oh, hey, here's something involving you. You were playing when that happened." And then I went, "Oh no!"
But why did you get grounded?
Because I'm not supposed to take my pants off in public.
But
I mean,
you were
that's
desperate.
a pretty reasonable parental constraint. You guys have
It
10
wasn't
seconds.
grounded for long, but it was definitely a no.
You were 6, though. Come on.
And it still hurts me to this day.
And we have to end there. It's voting time. Okay. So, Cerridwen, do you think it's a truth or a lie?
Lie.
Midnight, do you think it's truth or a lie?
True.
Neighrator, do you think it's truth or a lie?
True. I think it's a lie.
Too late. Okay.
Oh.
What's your final answer?
Lie.
So Cerridwen thinks it's a lie. Midnight thinks it's true. Neighrator thinks it's a lie. Vladi, what is it?
It is a lie.
Yay!
So points for Cerridwen
I could not
and
think of
Neighrator.
anything for that. Like, Scribbler, I need more material, man.
What?
I just
The whole
default
idea
to
is
poop
you've
jokes
gotta-
and penises.
There was that massive pause at the beginning. Yeah, that didn't help.
I mean, the
Yeah.
massive pause at the beginning didn't help, but the fact that you followed it up with "I pooped in public" meant okay, maybe you would actually pause to say that.
That's what convinced me. Or you could have followed it up with like, I'm too embarrassed to talk about it.
I figured that'd be too much in the mission of a lie.
I mean, we have literally started the podcast with poo jokes. If you're just joining us now, this is the state of comedy in Scribbler Productions right now. Okay.
I was sitting here thinking like, no, Scribbler wouldn't do that to her. There's no way.
Scribbler would, in fact, do that to her if she'd okayed it, considering some of the other stories I've been sent.
Neighrator, she did in fact do that to her.
Right, Neighrator, you are next.
Once at a convention, I was so overwhelmed at meeting my favorite celebrity that I accidentally told them to fuck off.
Who was it?
I forgot his name.
How convenient.
Oh, really?
What convention?
Peter, Peter New, voice of Big Mac. That's the one.
Ooh. What convention?
This was BronyCon 2017.
Now, what was the inflection? Was it like, nah, fuck off? Like, jokey, or did you mean it seriously?
I didn't realize it was him at the time, and so like I was just like, I forget what it was. We were like in a group, you know. I think Scribbler was there with, you know, in our like we're all just standing around smoking and joking, and I was doing a Big Mac impression, like you do, and then like Peter New comes up behind me, and me not realizing it was Peter New, he was like, "Wow, you're terrible at this. That's a terrible Big Mac voice." I'm like, "Fuck off, bro." I didn't realize that was the voice of Big Mac at the time because I hadn't seen his face before. I didn't know what he looked like. And then everybody standing around was just shocked, just standing agape. Their like show staff actually came up to me. I was, and I told him to fuck off.
Oh no.
I didn't realize that was the voice of Big Mac, and he was being ironic, you know.
Did he forgive you? Like, was he like joke it off, laugh it off, sort of thing? Or what was his reaction?
I think it was Crystal was like, "NP, that's Peter New." I'm like, who? That was Big Mac. You're doing his voice. I'm like, oh, sorry, sir. It was bad.
Oh, man.
Any other questions?
No further questions, Your Honor.
I like being called Your Honor. I forgot that part of this podcast, and I realised that tickles a good bit of my brain.
My brain go blank blank.
Okay, so we'll just go straight into whether or not it's the truth or a lie. So, Cerridwen, do you think he is telling the truth or lying?
It feels true.
Midnight, do you think he's telling the truth or lying?
I kind of done something similar, so I'll say true as well.
Vladi, telling the truth or lying?
I'm gonna say lie, just because I know fuck off is Scribbler's favorite phrase.
I mean, I don't have a copyright on it. And by 2017, Neighrator and I knew each other, and it's entirely possible I was a very bad influence on him. So, Neighrator, is it truth or a lie?
It is a lie.
I
However, full disclosure, that story did happen to another friend of ours, but it was the Celestia VA.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Yeah,
Oh,
they
goodness.
didn't they were dressed in Celestia cosplay. They were a bit upset at the time, did not realise Nicole Oliver was checking to see if they were okay. Just knew a stranger had come up while they were in a vulnerable moment and told them to fuck off.
Scribbler,
Oh,
you should
no.
know I had this terrible moment where I couldn't remember if that was an incident at BronyCon that happened at BronyCon that I couldn't remember. It was like, I was like, wait, did this happen to me? It's like, I remember that being a thing. Okay.
Is this like whether or not all memories are stored in the ether, and you're like, we're all plucking them out at certain moments going, did that happen to me? Or did that happen to someone else? Okay, midnight, your inaugural home truth.
My mother once had to write a letter to explain to my teacher about the blood on my homework.
Whose blood was it?
It was tomato soup.
Ah.
Or is that just what your mother told your teacher?
Ooh.
What was the subject?
This was in primary school, so it wasn't a particular subject. It was just homework. I think it was maybe just some English thing.
So what was the teacher's initial reaction to this supposed blood?
Oh, I just handed them the note with my homework. They took a look at it. I think it was P6. So, yeah, she just took a look at it, was like, okay, and put it with the rest of the homework. It wasn't a big deal, but it still needed to be explained.
Potentially could have been if a teacher is going through and going, I might have to call Child Protective Services about this one.
What?
Exactly.
So
Vladi's vanished.
Oh, this is like the last time.
No, we've been de-Vladied.
what? Hey, can you not hear me?
Now we can.
There she is.
Now we can. You had in fact vanished though.
Hello?
You're here.
a little Vladi.
Oh my god, Cerridwen.
Okay, so okay, Midnight, I was trying to ask. Oh my god, am I still here? I heard a noise.
You are.
Yes, we hear you. Ask your question.
I'm sorry. So who looked at the supposed blood stain and went, nah, you need to know? Was it like your parents or you?
I think it was a combination, because I was quite annoyed that tomato soup had gotten all over it, because it wasn't my fault. And so, yeah, it was both parents and me going, we might need to explain this a little bit.
You were having the tomato soup for like dinner, or was this like an after-school snack while you were doing your homework?
This was lunch on the weekend. We were
So
eating
hang
tomato
on, why
soup.
didn't you redo the homework then without having
That's what I
tomato
was
soup on it?
thinking.
If you had a whole weekend, why would you not redo it?
Well, one, I'm lazy, and two, I don't know why I didn't redo it. Not thinking back, I should have, but also I'm lazy, so I don't know.
Scribbler, I love how you're playing host, but you're also questioning at the
Yeah.
same time.
I'm Rob Brydon. I'm allowed to do whatever the fuck I want. It's the power of being, for the purposes of this podcast and playing his role, honorarily Welsh. I don't have to give a fuck anymore.
Well, you have to do with a Welsh accent. Rob Brydon.
I would do a Welsh accent, but in fact, my Welsh accent is so bad that it might actually motivate the entire country of Wales to cut themselves off and secede from Britain entirely.
That's it. We're done with the country. Cut us off.
Yeah, we're going to do a Bugs Bunny and just use a saw all along the coastline. Off we go.
Scotland's doing it. We're doing it too.
Yeah, and then England just slowly sinks into the sea from all the turfs along the coastline yelling at them.
No!
And Scribbler's still complaining that there's too much water.
Did you have exclusively tomato soup for lunch, or was that sort of a side dish in combination with something else? Tomato soup is not very filling. I find it hard to believe.
Well, we had
Was it
tomato
very
soup
creamy?
and bread, and it was actually my sister.
You guys have about 5 seconds left.
Bread and tomato soup?
Yes.
It can be filling. Depends how creamy it is. How big the portion
And
is too.
here we go. Right, time to vote whether or not you think it's truth
I'm
or
not sure
a
it's-
lie.
I'm not sure it's fair for you to dock us the time penalty.
I'm Rob
for
Brydon,
when
I can do what I
you-
want.
Rude.
I'll give you a little more information. It was Heinz tomato soup.
That is key information.
Heinz tomato soup.
See?
Yeah.
See? You said I was docking you time, but no. I gave her the time to say that crucial little bit of info there.
Heinz tomato soup. A meal in itself.
I thought you were going full Danny DeVito for a second there. A meal in a can. Don't be
say
sad,
it.
babe.
Not too bad.
Can I offer you a tomato soup in this trying time?
Please, MP, say that.
Can I offer you some tomato soup in this trying time?
I
not quite
love
Danny
it.
DeVito. It's close
I
enough.
love it. I love it when you do that voice.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Okay, so Cerridwen, do you think that she's lying or telling the truth?
Lies and balderdash.
Okay, you think a lie. MP, lying or telling the truth.
Truth.
Vladi, lying or telling the truth.
I'm gonna go with truth.
Midnight, was it lie or truth?
It was truth.
So MP and Vladi get voices.
2 points. Just plausible enough, you know.
Okay. And then we have Cerridwen. I'm sending you yours now.
When I was about 6 years old, I was the only one in my class who wanted to play the wolf in Peter and the Wolf. I was sick immediately after the play in the car park. It was the first it was my first fursuit moment and my last.
Well, first of all, are you okay?
Yes, mostly.
Okay. Okay, oh no.
You have to tell
Is
them
she
whether or not
actually
you think
laughing?
all of these giggles are because she's remembering a funny story or because she's frantically trying to make one up.
She's just overcome with the absurdity of Scribbler's lie that she's been given.
Well, then I made her vomit in a car park. I've made people do worse than that.
I'm not pooping.
If this is another lie, Scribbler has an odd fascination with involuntary, like, bodily functions.
I did not come up with Vladdy's story.
To be
Shit,
fair,
that
she
was
only
all
came up with the
bloody.
newspaper part.
Yeah. I was expecting her to say, like, she'd run off to a concert when she wasn't supposed to or something. Not, I pooped in a field. I don't know if I'm going to
Oh
leave
god,
that in
I've
the
never been to a
podcast.
concert. It didn't even cross my mind.
No, just immediately went poop.
I was a good kid.
Right, Cerridwen.
What was the question?
People are asking you questions.
I asked, why were you sick? Like, what made you puke?
My whole head was covered with a wolf head, and yeah, it got extremely warm, and there was no ventilation. It was not vented at all, so I managed to keep it all in till the end of the play. And outside is important.
See, this seems sketch to me because like public schools don't have money for pens and pencils. You're telling me like your school shelled out for a fursuit? I think not.
It was a partial, gotta say.
Why
Where would a school get a fursuit? Just go on
What
Amazon,
material
order a
was
fursuit
the mask helmet thing made of?
I can't remember because I was about 6 years old, but I just remember it being extremely hot, quite sturdy and thick, and very fluffy, furry then fluffy.
Was it like fabric on the inside or cardboard on the inside?
I want to say sort of like cardboardy.
Did your family make it, or did the school make it? Because I'm wondering why you were outside with the costume if the school made it.
I think the school made it. My mum, no, she wouldn't make that.
I'm not sure I like the way you said that. It's like, no, she wouldn't make that. She might make something else, though, which I'm not going to tell you about. I'm going to say it in words and a tone of voice that makes you all think, I wonder what she means by that.
My mum is not a furry. Let's put it that way.
Okay. You're a voice actress. You should know that the way you say certain lines makes people go, what? It's like, my mum is not a furry. What are you saying? What else is...
My mum is just a bit of a snob, is what I'm saying.
My mother is not a furry.
And here I was about to ask, is she a scaly then?
Wow.
She's a birdie.
Oh my goodness.
Was there a live orchestra in this rendition, this like elementary school rendition of Peter and the Wolf, or was it like, pre-recorded?
There was a bloody CD. I did pre-recorded.
Can I ask what this play is? I don't know it.
Oh, Peter and the Wolf. It's oh gosh, can't remember. How would you describe it, Scribbler?
What, the plot of Peter and the Wolf?
Basically, a boy goes out into the woods and gets harassed by a wolf and almost eaten by a wolf. And they use certain instruments to characterize each character. So they have like there's a duck, so they use an oboe. It's really interesting.
I'm literally having to Google it because when you asked me, I realised I don't actually know.
Nor do I.
I thought it was like the
He's got it.
dozens upon dozens of fan animations of this on YouTube.
That's the one.
Yes, that one.
So it's a musical storytelling sort of. Every character has its own leitmotif. Is that the right word?
Leitmotif, yes.
Yes, there's no script at all, so it's dead easy for the child. Just had to survive through the mask.
Oh, very convincing. I think you're lying. Oh, Vlad is gone. Oh my god.
Yeah, but Vladi's gone.
What the fuck?
She did?
I didn't kick her.
Vladi, come back!
Vladi, come home.
Well, this will take a minute. This might be a good time for a bathroom break
You guys
before the
wanna
big reveal.
You go and piddle and decide whether or not you think that Cerridwen's lying.
For some reason, I got the idea. I thought for a second, is this a weird version of Red Riding Hood?
It's the boy version.
Yeah,
Bit,
yeah.
Why did I always think it was just the boy who cried wolf? Hang on, I'm going to find the plot.
That's not a.
That could be a children's play. I mean, to be fair, children usually have short-term memory, so it makes sense they do a short play.
I'm sitting here thinking, like, what is that? A parable?
Here we go.
And,
Aren't you meant to be peeing?
I don't need to go. I thought this would be a good time.
Oh, right. I thought you did. Right, okay. What is the plot of Peter and the Wolf? From study.com. Peter, a young boy in the Soviet wilderness, meets a variety of animals, including a duck, a cat, and a bird. The story involves Peter's grandfather scolding him for being outside, warning of the dangers of the wolf nearby. The wolf does appear, and through a series of events between his grandfather and his animal friends, they trap the villainous wolf and learn lessons along the way, but only after the poor duck becomes a meal for the wolf. Despite that...
Yep.
Oh my god! Why kill the poor little ducky? Despite the hardship of losing his feathered friend, who was his first friend in all the world, Peter and his troops throw a victory parade and march the dead body of the wolf through the town and lived happily ever after.
Good choice, I'd say.
I feel like in some renditions, I think they cut the wolf open and got the duck back.
That's not
Maybe I made that up.
I think they do.
Ah, maybe that's a westernized rendition. They're like, wait, damn, we can't just like kill this poor character in this children's story.
You love this? It's a giant allegory for the Russian Revolution.
Oh no!
Of course it is. It's Soviet propaganda. Oh my god.
The duck is Trotsky.
Oh my god, really?
The duck is Trotsky.
Holy shit, I didn't know that.
My face, I can't handle this.
All these little primary school children just like merrily acting out the death.
And I was the wolf. Nobody wants to be the wolf. I like wolves, I'll be the wolf.
I mean, if the wolf killed Trotsky, that makes the wolf Stalin.
What did I just return to?
Cerridwen is Stalin.
Oh my god. My internet died for a moment.
So did the duck.
Oh god.
Okay, so we looked up the plot to Peter and the Wolf because some of us didn't know what it was.
Me, I didn't know.
Me
and
neither.
Turns out it's a story about the Russian Revolution, and the duck is Trotsky.
Oh goodness.
And quite possibly
The boy is Stalin?
No, the wolf is Stalin. The boy is sorry.
Who's the cat?
I don't know, but I'm thinking the grandfather must be Lenin in that regard.
Wow.
Because he's the elderly gentleman that they should all be listening to because of his good ideas. I don't know what that makes Peter. Oh my god, my face hurts. I just got this image of baby Cerridwen just dancing merrily along, having no idea that she's literally acting out a war criminal.
Oh, I'm having fun chasing people.
Stalin was a furry.
Oh god, what did I just walk into?
There's a picture of Peter and all his woodland friends, and they slowly just keep disappearing. Like they can just keep photoshopping people out of the picture, photoshopping animals out of the picture until eventually it's just Peter.
And on the wall of the house is all woodland animals are equal, but some are more equal than others.
Oh my god!
Oh god, it's the Animal
What
Farm.
the
over
hell?
there.
Peter and the Wolf is Animal Farm.
Okay, I had you in my ear, you guys in my ear the entire time, but I was only half listening because Batsy's bowl has disappeared. We think Bob the Roomba has moved it somewhere.
Bob, oh my God.
Drama has ensued.
You called your Roomba Bob.
Yes.
God damn it, Bob.
Bob
And I'm just waiting for the day I get googly eyes. But anyway, so
Yes!
and then I come back and you're saying Stalin is the wolf or
Stalin
what?
is a furry.
It's a furry?
And please explain. It makes me laugh too much.
I can't keep it straight. I got nothing. It was I don't even remember who was.
We
who
looked
now.
up
It's fine.
the plot of Peter and the Wolf. Turns out it's an allegory for the Russian Revolution, and it's entirely possible that Cerridwen was playing a furry version of Stalin.
Why would they give that to children?
Because I don't think many people know that's what it's an allegory for, since it's called a symphonic medley for children.
There are no lines. All they have to do is pretend to be animals. One of them could be an actual child.
I mean, the 1950s animated version of Animal Farm is literally aimed at children. And that thing's a mindfuck.
You know,
Anyway.
for kids.
Yeah, for kids!
Propaganda is fun.
Right, okay. So
My Little Pony, propaganda is magic.
Questions, anyone? Questions?
Right, no more questions. We're doing voting. Right, okay. Vladi, do you think that Cerridwen is lying or telling the truth?
Sure, telling the truth. I just don't take my internet, please.
Narrator, lie or truth?
Yoink.
Lie.
Midnight, lying or telling the truth?
Narrator's been right so far, so I'm gonna go for lie.
So Vladi thinks truth, MP thinks lie, Midnight thinks lie. Cerridwen, what was it?
Truth.
No way.
Oh!
Vladi was the
Impossible.
winner!
Furry Stalin!
Yeah,
we can't get paper in American schools. Y'all got money for fursuits?
It was just the head. It was like literally like a giant mask, a celebrated mask that encompassed my whole head.
Bear in mind, it doesn't have to be that big because it's a kid's
she was
head.
very
So
little.
And the opening for like where the muzzle was like barely open, so I could barely see. I'm like, can't breathe.
Oh no. Please tell me you took the mask off before you vommed.
Yes,
Oh,
just
no.
about when I got into the car
Because if
park.
there was no exit, that would have been very bad with the blowback.
Oh, goodness.
ew.
Well, that's
Oh,
like
little Cerridwen.
the Jeff the Killer story that that you did on your channel.
What?
No. It was the other creepypasta, not Jeff the Killer. I don't remember. Anyway, one of
You
them.
want to know how I got these scars?
I played Stalin as a furry. And the Russian government found out. Right.
I ate a duck.
Who might or might not have been Trotsky. Right. Do we want to go for another round of home truths?
Okay.
Sure.
Okay.
Do it.
Have you got time for that, MP?
Sure.
Okay. So go.
Oh, you got plans?
It's more just the time. He's been on night shift.
My plans
no.
are to sleep later, but yes.
How many hours did you work this week?
72.
All of
Fridge
them
magnet.
after
How
the
long?
sun had gone down.
Oh, goodness.
So yeah, we are very honoured to have NP here right now.
You
How-
poor thing.
I slept a few hours after work and before the podcast. This is how much I love you, Scribbler.
I love you too.
Aw.
Aww.
Aw, sweet love.
I was going to cut that out of the podcast, but now I think I might leave it in.
How are you functioning?
Near fatal levels of caffeine.
Because he's Neighrator Pony and nothing and no one can stop him. Except maybe Bitch Tits.
Fetus.
Excuse me, what?
Witch titch.
It was meant to be Bitch Tits, but I stumbled on the word.
Witch titch.
Sure, I turned briefly
This
into
is a
Sean
bitch
Connery.
titch.
Yes.
It's
Witch
the bitch
titch.
titch, isn't it?
Are you saying bitch tits?
Yes, it's the name of his old manager. Not literally, it was her nickname.
I thought you were saying beach teach, and I was like, what?
Beach
Because she
Tits?
sort of stumbled on her words a little bit, so it sounded like beach teach.
Yes, I stumble over my words. Despite the fact that I'm teetotal, sometimes I do a very good impression of being slightly drunk. Right, okay, so we're back around to Vladi.
You sounded like you were completely fetus right there.
Oh my god.
Bringing it back around.
Okay, here we
Thank
go.
you, NP. Thank you, NP, for making it a thing.
Anybody who hasn't heard, because this is the main podcast, this is going out first. So anybody who has not heard the preceding conversation from before this podcast, which they obviously won't have, because that's coming out later, will have no idea what you're talking about. And they're sitting there at home, in their lovely homes, just wondering, why the fuck do they keep saying fetus?
When I was little,
all part of the. I'm so sorry. Just carry on.
Sorry, what were you going to
Please
say, MP,
proceed.
and then Vladi? We're turning into those writing words for a second.
No, forget. It was nothing important. Let's just move on. It's okay.
Okay. Vladi?
when I was little, I laughed at my dad having a seizure instead of fetching help.
Oh my God.
Say that again?
She said when
I was little, I laughed at my dad having a seizure instead of fetching help.
Was he okay after that?
Yeah, he's okay now.
Where did this happen?
My own back in Oregon.
I have no questions. That's just horrifying.
Do you remember why you were laughing?
Well, it was shaking really hard, and I guess.
When I was little, I didn't know what a seizure was. So when I see him jiggling around, I only saw it in a movie before, and I thought he was reenacting the movie. And I'm like, oh, he's really good at reenacting that scene.
Okay, because I was imagining like you're seeing your dad having a seizure, and you're in a supermarket or something like that, and like a really fun song comes on, and you're like, oh, he's dancing.
Oh no!
You're like, fetch help! Da, 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 da.
I think this was also like around like between like 6 or 7, maybe even 8. I'm not sure. I'm really bad with my age.
Does that mean that she's actually really bad with her
that.
age, or is she just lying and losing track of what she's saying? Well,
shut the fuck up, Scribbler! Shut the fuck up!
Was your childhood just all a blur?
Kinda, at least age-wise. I blame that on my autism. It just wasn't important to categorize with the age until, I was an adult.
I categorized my age, but I don't know if anybody else did this. Do numbers have colors in your brain? Because years and ages I have passed, I don't pick the color. They just are certain colors when I think of them.
Monday is red.
No, I do it by fingers.
Monday's yellow.
Blasphemy.
No, it's kind of sickly, poisonous, suppurating yellow, like a festering wound, because it's a Monday.
I always saw it as a stressful red.
Wednesdays are green.
Wednesday is my middle finger.
I always thought Tuesday was green.
Tuesdays are blue.
Tuesday was always blue.
No, Tuesdays are blue and Wednesdays are green. Thursdays are orange.
Reversed.
Fridays are kind of black.
So apparently people who experience synesthesia, where they associate letters with colors, some people like it have like an actual brain chemical thing, but very often it's just the colors of the little displays that your kindergarten teacher had around the walls, and every letter was a different color.
Pretty much.
We
learn
didn't
to
have
associate
those.
that color with it.
My nursery school teacher, we didn't have those. Because it was considered to be too distracting to our learning. She used to make us sit with heads facing forward and literally would come and move our heads to face the front again. And we had all pale blue walls around the entire room. We weren't allowed to look anywhere. We weren't allowed to play. It was a miserable time. And she then got fired for smacking us.
Nice.
What the fuck? What school did you go to? Oh,
not a great one, because a few years later I got a teacher called Mrs. Swallow, who I really wish that it was the bird. Although maybe if her mum had, we wouldn't have had to endure her.
Wow.
No, this woman was an actual, I'm going to use the word to offend somebody else, she was a cunt. She really was. She made me stand on a chair in the center of the room because my hair had come out of its approved hairstyle and made the entire room point so that she could shout at me for half an hour straight.
What the fuck?
She didn't get fired. She was, and
what the actual fuck?
I don't know what blackmail she had on anybody in management, because at the end of that year they changed the entire school system, whereby she was the first teacher we had in junior school. And in England, you go from infant to junior school for year 4, I think it is. I'm trying to remember back now. But she was the year... in fact, she was the year 3 teacher. Sorry, it was year 3. And for year 3, they used to tell you at the end of year 2 what teacher you were getting when you came back in September. They changed the system so that they didn't do that anymore because so many parents were complaining when they found out that they were going to have her. And they changed the entire school policy so that nobody could complain in September and get moved class. Because she was
horrific.
Oh,
What the fuck?
I hope she died of cancer. I'm sorry.
Wow.
Yeah, it takes a lot to make me
Oh my
have
God.
that kind of response. But this woman's like, is 90% of my childhood trauma is just Mrs. Swallow.
God, she makes my shitty teacher look good.
She threw a pair of scissors
Agreed.
across the room and they buried themselves in the wall. Because we
What
were
the
being too
fuck?
noisy. Yeah, I just missed my friend's head.
What the fuck?
Oh, didn't get fired even then. Don't know what the fuck there was.
What the actual
It was
fuck?
the 80s. I know there was a lot of cocaine going around, but holy shit, I thought they kept it out of education.
Oh, goodness.
Oh
Anywho,
my god.
back to this.
No,
Moving
Chris
away.
wants to learn some letters.
Back to Vladi's story.
Oh yeah, back to my dad having seizures and me laughing.
From
Because,
one
what
person
else
much
do you do on a
better.
Saturday night?
So much better.
Oh yeah. What else are you going to do on a Saturday night, right?
So it was over the weekend.
I don't remember. I just said that part for the joke.
Were you at home when this happened?
Yeah, he was brought in late at night. I didn't really know what was going on, just that my mother seemed panicked and she went to the other room. I placed him in the bathroom, and then I looked in and he was doing a little jig, and I thought that was funny. And then my mom came back in and screamed, and then I started crying, realizing, oh no, this is bad.
Oh.
To be fair, I've
What a
seen a
horrible
seizure
story.
in person, and it
Yeah.
is scary, but you don't automatically realize what it is until. So I can actually see it, especially a 6-year-old, being like, "Oh, that's funny."
Oh, buddy.
Okay, so do we have any more questions?
I think I'm going to vote
Right, okay.
lie just because I hope this didn't happen to you.
Okay, so we'll go through. Cerridwen, do you think that she's telling the truth or telling a lie?
I feel bad for saying this, but I think it's true.
Midnight, do you think she's telling the truth or a lie?
I also think true.
NP, do you think it's a truth or a lie?
I hope it's. I'm going to say lie just because I hope this didn't happen to you. That's terrible.
Vladi, true or lie?
This is true. Very early memory.
Oh, baby.
He's okay now. I actually just went up about last week to go visit him and help him with his work, so he's doing good.
Well, I'm glad to hear that. That had to be terrifying.
But that
though.
was scary. I didn't know. I feel so bad ever since. I've even apologized to him and stuff. He's like, "Oh, it's okay. You're fine." I'm like, I didn't know.
Are you horribly traumatized?
Oh, just a little, not horribly, a little.
Just the regular amount of trauma. Got it.
Yeah, just the regular amount. Yeah.
Like you do.
It's not like I was out pooping in a field.
Okay then.
That's how I deal with the pain. I laugh at myself.
Okay.
At least it happened at home, right?
Yeah, they got him help, and he was able to recover all right.
That's
Apparently, he had a seizure first, at a grocery store on the way home. So then he got back home and tried and take care of him, and that's when he had a second one. That's the one I saw. And also, the movie was the first, the Amazing Spider-Man, one of the Spider-Man movies where, the guy who becomes the Green Goblin, I guess whatever made him go crazy, he started having a seizure from. That's what I thought he was referencing.
Right.
Hilarious.
Oh, my dad's just becoming the Green Goblin. It's fine.
I tell you what, that actor did an amazing job because it looked exactly like how my dad did.
Wow. All right then. On that cheerful note.
I was gonna say, I don't want to be the one to
Next
say. Should we move on?
round.
Okay.
Yeah.
NP, your turn. I'm sending it to you now.
Oh, it's William Dafoe who acted him.
Amazing actor.
Okay, just a quick question. I have to ask Scribbler something, so
Okay.
just a moment.
Whisper, 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 whisper.
I'm gonna ask the question. It's like true, you know what I'm saying?
I've been listening to far too much Critical Role. I feel like we should be advertising something.
Someone advertise their merch store, quick.
Introducing Pepsi, the drink that will make you have seizures, but it's tasty.
What the?
Okay, I'm ready.
Okay.
I once accidentally knocked myself out trying to impress someone by trying to crush a beer can against my head.
Was it Scribbler?
Scribbler is teetotal, so there wouldn't be much alcohol in her house. And I don't think she'd be very impressed
I do still have your
She's
monster
not-
can in the
she's not
fridge,
the
by the way.
source.
You know, from when you were here last year, it's still there.
The ginger monster?
I kept it. It's still in date for ages. I've kept it in case you come back.
Let's go.
But no, I wouldn't be impressed if you crushed it against your head.
So wait, did you push the can into your head with your hand, or did you throw your
Pretty
head
much.
down onto the desk and crush it that way?
Oh no, you hold it in your hand and you smash it.
Did you
Or
get
at
a-
least that's the idea.
Did you empty it first?
Oh god, yes, that would just kill you if it was full
Okay, I was
and still
worried.
I swear that
pressurized.
was somebody died in a Stephen King film from that, didn't they? Getting hit in the head with a can of soda. The one where the machines came to
Oh,
life.
Yeah. Over maximum overdrive.
That was it, yeah.
Yes. The vending machine came to life and killed the little league coach by shooting a soda
Oh,
can at
goodness.
him.
Yeah, you can die from that. I think it's like you're more likely to die from a vending machine malfunctioning than from a plane crash.
Yeah, I've seen enough Hitman games to know.
If there's enough force applied, it can kill you.
Indeed.
What about a cat?
Yes.
Wouldn't even need to apply force, just like, you haven't fed me!
Anybody have any questions about the beer can?
Go on then, let's have some more context for this beer can.
Did it
Who
leave
was it?
scars?
What brand was it?
Oh, I have no idea. I never learned the different breeds of beer, and at this point I'm too afraid to ask.
Breeds of beer.
I'm having flashbacks to Cerridwen's doggy beer.
It was at a party, and when I was in the Marines, because it's I don't know whose party it was. Somebody, it was at somebody's house. Is one of my a corporal or somebody, and there were some girls there, and I said, I know how to get girls' attention.
Squeaky ears.
Hey girl, how you doing?
Squeaky
Pop.
ears and popping cans on your
wait.
head.
There it is.
Yes!
I forgot about that damn ear thing.
Yes! This is going to be a thing every podcast now. Just, you don't know when it's going to happen, but you know at some point, when I lie to you, there will be a squeaky ear.
It should be in the intro.
It's just like,
each time.
hashtag derpy watch, hashtag squeaky ear.
I will not repeat what I said last time, what it reminds me of.
You don't need to.
Oh, the clown jacking off.
Oh my god, Vladi!
God.
She just
I was
said
trying
it.
to be polite.
She just said it out loud. Okay. Who's got questions about the beer can?
Did it leave scars?
A bruise, yes. Also, spoiler alert, I did not get the girl.
What was her hair color?
Brown?
Did you fall? And how long were you out for?
It was like just a momentary lapse of consciousness, so I probably not a full-on concussion, but enough to temporarily lose consciousness,
I've got one. Did they have to take you to hospital,
Go on.
or did you come round fairly quickly?
Oh no, we're Marines, we don't go to hospital.
So they just left you on the floor?
For a moment, and then like the guy whose house it was, he just called me a dumbass, and then just like nobody helped me. I'm just laying on the floor. Even after I regained consciousness, I'm like, yeah, I'm just gonna stay here. This is my life now.
Now, is that genuine curiosity from Scribbler, or is she just trying to help with a...
I mean, have you been able to tell when I'm lying at any point in this podcast?
There's a joke here somewhere. The beer went to his head.
Ha ha ha, but
Nice.
Ah!
No further questions, Your Honor.
Okay, so shall we guess then? Cerridwen, do you think he is lying or telling the truth?
Lies.
Midnight, do you think he's lying or telling the truth?
I've been saying true the entire time, haven't I? I'll go true.
Vladi, lying or telling the truth?
I'm going to go with lie.
MP?
It is a lie.
Oh,
However,
Woohoo!
what I was frantically typing in Scribbler is I couldn't remember if I had told her this is a lie or truth, because it's kind of true. Because
I was just typing, it's like, okay,
Oh.
tell me, is
You
this
lost-
something I told you before? Have you made this up? I made it up. Why? Why? Did you really do it? Yes.
so Scribbler accidentally stumbled upon something that is kind of true. When I was in like church group, in like middle school or something like that, it wasn't a beer can. It was the beer can that tipped me off. I was like, oh, I wouldn't have been drinking at that age, drinking alcohol. But yeah, I saw like one of those like Disney kids shows, like some people, like some guys were showing how tough they were by crushing soda cans against their head. I thought I could do the same thing to impress a girl at church group. So this is kind of true. I don't know, Scribbler. I think we should give everybody half credit for this.
No half points. It was a beer
I was wondering
can.
if something like this would ever happen.
Do you guys have...
I literally couldn't remember if this was a story I told to Scribbler and you just got some of the details mixed up. Because this kind of happened to me.
That was wholly because I was watching a film and the character did it, and I went, I bet that'd actually knock you out. Well, write that one down.
I didn't realize at the time that, like, you know, they used like prop cans. You know, they weren't real soda cans.
I mean, there are
you can kind of do it if you have to like dimple the can a little bit though, like in either side. You have to do it discreetly.
Did you know, because my sister told me this because she works for a company that makes them, that the aluminium ring on the bottom of a can of all sody pops glows in the dark? And nobody's quite sure why, but they make it from a metal that glows in the dark.
What?
I don't know.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Oh,
she showed me.
Really?
And he's like, why does it do that? And she went, you know what? I work for the company and I don't know. But it's true. All the cans glow in the dark.
Well, I've got a hyperfixation to look into later.
Ditto.
I'm thinking for forensic evidence, maybe?
To find out if anybody has crushed a can against their head and that's how they've died.
I forget what it's called. There's like there's a particular phenomena in physics what's called triboluminescence, which is like anytime something breaks, it's liable to emit light. So you can I discovered this by you can peel Scotch tape off of a window, and if it's pitch black, then you can see a little glow.
Yo, for real?
That's cool.
I was a wee little scientist. And apparently they can actually generate X-rays this way, and so that like some X-rays machines, like instead of having like a fancy like boron implanter machine, they'll just like it's just like a pane of glass and some Scotch tape, and it slowly peels it away.
Okay.
What the fuck?
Right.
I'm so sorry. Yes, it is called triboluminescence. I looked it up.
Okay. Midnight, you ready to go?
Aye, Captain. At my wedding, I walked down the aisle to walk this way.
You're married? You're married?
Yeah, I'm married.
Oh, nice.
You're married to another pony fanfic reader.
Yep. Visual pony.
Oh, nice.
Oh, congrats.
Thank you.
Well, why'd you walk down the aisle to that song?
Well, we were having a pretty random wedding, so we just thought we'd pick something really random.
What was Visual Pony's song?
Visual didn't walk down the aisle.
So isn't the groom
that's
like
right.
there waiting for the bride?
How come grooms don't get a fancy walk anyway?
I mean, they
They
can.
can.
You can do whatever you want.
And they usually kind of start at the front there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was there waiting for me.
What was the theme of the wedding?
Well, I'll be honest, the song does not fit at all with the wedding. It was a Harry Potter wedding.
So fun.
That's more. That's definitely more of an exit song, having Hedwig's theme, flying off into your new lives together.
I couldn't find one that really fit that would good for all of us to walk in with. Like maybe I just got really unlucky with my searches, but and then we threw this one as a joke, and we're like, you know what? Yeah, let's do it. Let's do that one. Let's switch it up. Everyone's already going to be wearing robes and things for randomness sake, so why not? Let's make it even weirder.
It was an Aerosmith / Harry Potter themed wedding.
Well, doesn't Walk This Way have Run DMC in it as well?
Yeah, Aerosmith and Run DMC.
Well, definitely.
You can tell by the way I use my walk. I'm a woman's man, no time to talk.
It wasn't a very long aisle, so we didn't get all the way through the entire song.
Were there like fireworks and like an announcer like when a WWE wrestler enters the ring? Was it that kind of vibe?
No, though it was held on bonfire night, so technically there were fireworks later on in the night, just not from us.
Oh, there were fireworks
free.
on the wedding night, all right.
Now that's wedding management on a budget.
Good point.
Yeah.
Do we have any more questions? That's more of a statement than a question there, narrator.
It is actually an ejaculation, thank you very much.
Oh, what the fuck?
Okay.
So there wasn't like, oh, damn it.
Has everybody here heard of the story, The Speckled Band? Sherlock Holmes short story.
I think I know where this is
Yeah,
going.
I think you've read it. It is at a weird point in the Sherlock Holmes and Watson's canon, whereby they're still living together as roommates. and they have a housekeeper, and they live in the same house, but Watson is just a lodger. But Sherlock Holmes thinks nothing of just walking into Watson's bedroom every so often to have a conversation, then wandering away. And at the start of this story, right, I'm going to bring up the actual story because it is one of those that needs to be read properly. I'm not going to paraphrase this. Right, I can't find it exactly, and it's taking too long to actually do that. But there are two bits of this. The first one is he walks into the room and yells, "Sorry to knock you up so early, Watson, but I've already knocked up the housekeeper, and I felt like I should come and knock you up rather than her again." He means wake up, but that's not what he says. But it gets even better because later in that same fucking paragraph, Watson says Sherlock Holmes ejaculated. What the fuck? What? And he means shouted.
No.
I've got it.
No one's gonna take that seriously.
Have you found it?
Oh my god.
And so do I. It is precisely for that reason that we are going to stake Moran this day. I want to see whether the objections are fatal, or if they may be explained away. But what in the name of the devil? The ejaculation had been drawn from my companion by the fact that our door had been suddenly dashed open, and that a huge man had framed himself in the aperture.
Who's this huge man? Sherlock Holmes ejaculates at the sight of sudden men in his
Who is
doorway.
this huge man who has ejaculated in my aperture?
Oh my goodness.
Fuck.
Entertainment.
And they all had a gay old time.
Oh my god.
Goodness.
Scribbler, why do I know this particular story so well? Did I read this for your channel or something?
No, you read it for Ilya.
Huh. Did I?
Yes! Ilya's got a version of Speckled Band on his channel. Hang on.
I completely forgot that. I was like,
I think it's... Yes! From 15th of April 2017. When he was... I'll link you to it. It's in...
Son of a bitch!
You found it?
Nice!
There it is. It's in the Discord.
Now
Yes.
that is random.
This happens to me all the time.
Yes.
I'm like, wow, this is a really good reading. Wait, I've read this. Wait, I'm in this.
That happens a lot when it goes on my channel. If I don't put the names of the people on the title card, you're like, why have you sent me this? You read it. I am?
There's been a few times with me as well where you send me a video and I'm like, wait, what? Oh, yeah, I remember reading that.
Maybe laugh.
I had a reverse one just like yesterday, day before, whatever you were going on about with in the one like vent chat about like who should play what in the something.
Yeah, we were
like some
recasting Dawn somewhere, and we got to I forgot what it's called. We called on you and went, nope, she will be Luna in this. Definitely, this will be Vladi's Luna. And you just appeared like 50 messages later and went, what is this? Shit, how do we explain this?
I was really confused because I'm like, I don't think I'm in that. I'm like, that's definitely not me. Why is she pinging me on this?
We were trying to cast you and saying that you would be really good if they ever did a proper recast.
Oh, well, that's sweet, but I'm so confused.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Rainbow Dash presents Haunting Nightmare.
That was it, yes.
Yep.
Right, okay. Should we go back to what we were doing?
What the fuck were we doing?
We were voting on whether or not we
Beer
think that Midnight's wedding song was Walk This Way.
Right.
Oh, that one.
Right.
How did we get so far?
I have no idea.
We were talking
Oh,
about...
God, I entirely forgot.
I've forgotten. It was some...
Sherlock Holmes,
what was the
penises,
link?
ejaculation.
It was something to do with the word...
Fetuses.
That was it. It was a statement. MP burped. It all comes down to MP's bodily noise. And I said, that's more of a statement. So
Oh,
it's an
God.
ejaculation. Oh, wait, let's have a whole tangent about Sherlock Holmes. Oh, my
Stop!
It was just my mouth. Chill.
Misophonia.
Okay, here we go. Right. Cerridwen, do you think Midnight's lying?
I think it might be true, but I yeah.
Okay, so you're going truth? Right. MP? Truth or lie?
True.
Vladi, truth or lie?
Fuck it, I'm going true.
So all three of you think it's true? Midnight?
It is a lie.
No points for anybody.
Come on!
Damn!
Wow,
We actually-
I would have thought
I actually walked.
someone would get that one.
I walked down the aisle to Final Fantasy song. Actually,
Ooh, which one?
Oh,
I
nice.
can't
Not One
remember
Winged
for the
Angel.
life of me.
Oh, no, not One Winged
I
Angel.
just
One Wing Angel. Dun, dun, dun.
it was actually Visual's choice, so and I really liked it. So I can't remember which one it's from, but yeah. It was a game song instead.
My headcanon is that it's one-winged angel.
Good thing I have everything still pinned from when we were discussing the wedding. It was Eyes on Me.
Oh, nice.
From Final Fantasy 5, 6, 7, 8? Yeah, Final Fantasy 8. Random, but it was really, really sweet.
Yeah, it's nice.
I'm gonna wake my cats and be annoying to them so that they'll sleep tonight.
Meow, meow, meow. Meow, meow,
I'm not sure
meow,
that's
meow,
how that
meow.
works.
Meow, 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 meow.
Mother,
Mother,
why?
Into?
Mother, why?
What the hell?
They need to wake, because otherwise they won't sleep
Midnight's
tonight.
going to wake up her cats.
Right, I thought I would walk back into another furry thing. Well, let's be honest, last time we had a bathroom break, we ended up talking about furry Stalin, and then I come back and Vladi's meowing and Cerridwen's asking Mother why.
I was doing like an Evanescence wake me up with
Right,
meows.
that makes more sense, marginally.
Oh god, I'm sorry.
Hi, I'm here for the furry vor gangbang.
Oh god!
Oh,
That's
no more! No!
No.
Bad
That's,
MP.
that's
Bad
a
MP.
joke from MP. Explain it. This was from 2020.
Is that like a Cards Against Humanity card or something?
No.
This is
All right. In 2020,
this is why the password is called "fuck off invaders."
because in 2020
Someone-
we used to
Oh,
get
God, that
invaded
one.
by people who would come and have sex parties in the server because they'd broken in, and we, at them's writing words, hadn't used it for about 8-9 months, so it had just lain dormant, and somebody had figured out the server, gotten in, realized nobody went there, and started having just giant sexting parties. Except that we scheduled a podcast, and there were people who kept dropping in with these stupid names. And like, I'm here for the what? What the hell? No, this is go away. I would be kicking people. MP signed out, and then what did you do, MP?
I changed my name on Mumble to Furry Vor Gangbang 69.
Except I didn't fucking know and banned him.
Lol.
And then she banned me for real.
I had to go through all the thing about unbanning him.
It was
Oh,
it
goodness.
was a very funny joke to me, though. So
It's
that's the
hilarious in
important thing.
retrospect. Also, it was literally, you didn't realise, because it was your pick. It was for the one where Fluttershy was found the village of ponies that turned into trees, like in Pony Infection AU before Pony Infection AU. And we'd scheduled it, and it was we didn't realise it was Easter Sunday. So I was at my parents, pandemic, I was living with my parents at the time. And I was doing the whole roast for Easter Sunday. And halfway through I went, hang on, I've just got to go and check on the joint. And he went, the fuck what? Which is when I realised that apparently a joint of meat is not just called a joint in America.
No, it is not.
What do you call it in that case?
A hunk of meat.
A slab.
The meat. I don't know.
Somehow I think if I'd said I'm going to go and check on my
cut.
meat, people might have had more questions.
But what would you call it? Like while it's in the oven, though.
That's what I mean. We call it a joint.
It's just a roast, a steak.
Yeah, it's whatever kind
A
of
roast
meat it
would
is.
have probably been. I mean, I'm not American, but that would probably what I would assume you guys would call it. If you don't
Yeah,
call it a
probably
joint.
a roast.
MP, when you were here, did I do a full roast for you?
No, I don't think so.
Right,
Probably maybe at the
we went to
carvery?
the carvery, and you didn't know what a carvery was. He didn't know, guys. I took him out for a carvery, and he'd eaten before because he didn't know what it was and didn't get to have any of the carvery.
What the fuck is a carvery?
Everybody was.
Cerridwen
I'm
and
not the
Midnight
only
know what
one,
the fuck a
thank you.
carvery is.
Yes,
Go
I do.
and carve meat.
Yes.
Okay,
literally.
cool. I don't know.
Okay,
Basically,
Vladi,
car-
I'm going to send you a picture of a carvery. MP, you want to explain it while I find the picture?
Well, I can try my best. So a carvery is a pub where they serve like cuts of meat as well as like alcohol and like and things, but carvery but can also refer to the meat itself, I think. So a carvery is the building where they serve the meat, but then also the meat itself.
Yeah, it's a
Is that-
it's a type of
nice.
pub.
Is that halfway correct?
Yes, it's a pub that serves roasted meats, and you get to go up and get your slices of meats, and then you serve yourself potatoes and vegetables and trimmings and things, and you can go back up for the trimmings and things, just not more meat.
It's like a buffet.
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah, it's a buffet, but it's fancy and English.
And it's a full-out
Ooh.
Sunday roast.
I want a Yorkshire pudding
Yeah.
now.
And it looks like
oh,
that.
that looks good.
Oh, we went over this last time. Yorkshire pudding is we call in America is a popover.
That was not one I knew.
Excuse me?
Yorkshire pudding is called a popover in America.
but those are the two different things. But my brain.
There you go, Vladi. They give you the meat at one end and the Yorkie, and then you move yourself along, and you add your own fillings and fixins, and you can
it looks so good.
You can pile the plate as high as you want.
Oh, I'm so hungry, Scribbler. You're so mean. I'm hungry.
Oh, the meat.
Well,
nothing but
Made
meat.
me hungry.
When you come next time, MP, we have to starve you a little bit and then take you out to a Toby Carvery.
I'm sorry. Everybody thought I was weird because I ate before I went to the carvery. I'm sorry.
Well, to be fair,
Can I come? Can I come?
None of us knew you didn't know what a carvery was.
I thought it was a brunch kind of situation, like a little meal. So I had like a little breakfast because I want to eat a little bit, but I want to.
Didn't you have cottage pie for
not
breakfast?
too stuff. A little bit.
You had a cottage pie for breakfast?
Listen, everybody thinks it's weird. Okay, first of all, I work nights. I'm liable to eat dinner in the morning. It's fine, but also it's just like it was. I don't know. It was never a big deal at my house. You just eat whatever meal you want, any time of day you want. Whatever's in the fridge. Spaghetti for breakfast. Why not?
To be fair, you were always getting up what I was, so I didn't know what you had for breakfast, and I didn't much care. And I didn't know you didn't know what a carvery was, so I didn't think to tell you. Maybe don't today. It was just a mix-up that ended quite tragically as you saw the carvery going past.
Did you guys go for walkies afterwards?
I thought that was a Britishism. Why do you have a different word for walk and walkies depending on whether you have a pet with you? I don't know.
It's so cute.
Yeah, MP, walkies. Like, walkies, MP. Like, just whistle and go, MP, walkies.
I mean, if you're into that sort of thing. But...
Walkies?
Oh, we're back to the furry thing again.
MP's first owner is a desert fox. You can't take that for walkies.
I'm sorry, a desert fox? What did you say?
What, wasn't it a desert fox that yours was? Was it a coyote?
A coyote.
Oh, okay.
I thought that was another Britishism. It's like, is that what you call coyotes over there?
We don't have coyotes over here, so no. We call it, what the fuck is that?
Yeah, for a second when you said desert fox, I thought, like, what, fennec fox?
Yeah, like that.
Yeah,
the desert. I thought because it's a reference to the Marines, so I assumed desert fox was a designation or something, but no.
Ooh.
The desert fox is what they called that fucking Nazi. What's his face?
What?
Erwin Rommel. They called the desert fox.
I did not know that. I would not have said it if I'd
the
known
North
that.
African campaign
Me
in World War
neither.
II.
No, sorry, didn't know that. Did not mean to intimate that.
Not gonna. Yeah, I was gonna say, let's not call my fursona after a Nazi. Let's not.
Yeah,
do that.
let's not do that. Brony fandom has
First
enough of
the
a
wolf
problem
is
with
Stalin, and now the desert fox is Hitler.
The wolf fucking dies in that story.
I'm sorry.
Right.
Just since NP asked
Oh
earlier,
yeah, aren't we doing a game or something?
Hang on, Midnight, go on.
just since the others weren't here when I looked up what I walked down the aisle to, it was Eyes on Me from Final Fantasy VIII.
Never played any of the games. I'm sorry.
So you did try and play Kingdom Hearts.
Oh, God.
I hate Kingdom Hearts.
I love Kingdom Hearts, but NP didn't realise that one of the things when I first started my very first job, I was so unutterably miserable in my very first full-time job. And it was when YouTube was brand new and somebody had uploaded all of the cutscenes from Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2. So I would go home from work and just watch these cutscenes on this brand new website. So I fell in love with Kingdom Hearts that way, having never played the games. MP didn't know that. What did you do, MP?
Well, because like I'm trying to take an interest in the things that she's interested in, because I want to learn more about her and stuff like that. This is an autistic thing I do. I just like whatever things people are into. I dive into.
You like books? Here are all the books.
So I can try to. Understand them.
You try.
I'm going to tell you all something
my
really cute in a
That's
second.
so
When he's
sweet.
done with this story, I'm telling you something adorable that you did.
I didn't realize she said she was really into Kingdom Hearts and she'd written fan fiction and things. I thought she had played the games. She hadn't played the games. She watched the cutscenes on YouTube.
And did a whole lot of research and wrote 600,000 words of fanfic. I can see why you thought I played it.
So then I'm telling some of my like online friends about it. So yeah, I played through Kingdom Hearts 1 for the PS2. Like I had installed a PS2 emulator like it was a whole thing. But I played through Kingdom Hearts 1. I said, okay, now I'm going to play Kingdom Hearts 2. I said, wait, whoa. Slow down there, Tiger. If you're trying to play Kingdom Hearts for the story, you don't go from Kingdom Hearts 1 to Kingdom Hearts 2.
How?
How silly!
I was
Nope,
like,
you do
what
not.
do you mean? It's like, no, you have to play Chain of Memories, which is for Game Boy Advance, and then after that, you have to play. What's the one with the math? I don't know, 358/2.
Yeah, I never.
And
got
then
that
you
far.
have to play.
I
then
got
there's the
into
other
this
one
before
for
that
the
game even
Isn't there like
existed.
Chain of
PlayStation
Memories
Vita.
or something?
Yes.
Oh
There's
my
about
God,
3
there's
in
so much
between games, between 1 and 2.
Oh no!
I haven't played any of that, so that feels like a segue, sort of like.
No, it turns out that these
The Kingdom
stupid
Hearts
games
lore
are like
is-
really, really important to understand anything further down the line. I didn't know that because I only liked it back when there were 2 games.
The Kingdom Hearts story is just famous for being just an absolute dumpster fire of lore.
Oh,
like
God, it's really
it's
that.
actually
Oh, yeah.
completely
Like, I loved it
nonsensical.
up to a point.
I didn't know that. I was trying to get to know Scribbler better, so I was trying to play this game. I played through Chain of Memories on the emulator with the PS2. It was like what is going on? They tried to shoehorn this whole story around this shitty Game Boy Advance mechanic that's had cards or some shit, and they made a story all around this shitty game mechanic, but then they ported it to the PS2, which had actual animations, but oh my God, it was such a disaster.
Agreed. I hated it. I played it on stream and I quit.
But I love Scribbler. I was
He
just
plowed
wanting to get to
so
know it.
many hours
This
into
game
this.
is so fucking bad.
So sweet.
Oh,
You get an A star.
no, because he plowed quite possibly hundreds of hours into this, only to find out I'd never played the games.
And then I was like, what? You said you like Kingdom Hearts. She's like, yeah, I do. But you've never played it? No, I've never played the games. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? I had no idea this was a thing. People could get into would just watch the cutscenes on YouTube. That was a crazy concept to me. I thought you had played the game.
To be fair, I've done that.
Yeah, it's same with Final Fantasy VII. I adore Final Fantasy VII. Not the new one. I've not watched that, but only because I watched somebody else play it.
Yeah, I really love the FNAF lore because it's all crazy and hard to put together, but it doesn't mean I've actually played the game. I couldn't even get past the first screen, let alone actually play it.
So yeah.
Oh, ditto.
Okay, can I tell you there's something really adorable that MP did?
Yeah.
Yeah.
MP knows that my read it later list on fanfiction is, to put it mildly, fucking enormous. Like it's thousands deep. Because every so often I will just add something in that people recommend to me, and it just gets lost in the shuffle. And he knew that I read things on my phone all the time. So as a birthday gift, he bought me a Kindle, but he had put every single one of my Read It Later fanfics from Fanfiction and fanfiction.net onto this Kindle for me to read.
Aww. It's so sweet.
Yeah.
It's this autistic thing I do where I was like, oh, you like books? Here is every book.
Yes, and on the audiobooks.
You like films? Here is every film. You like audiobooks? Here is every audiobook.
Oh, it's so sweet.
That is
Really
attention to
sweet.
detail.
Yes, everybody needs an autistic boyfriend or girlfriend.
Yeah.
Or maybe both.
Person.
Or both.
I need to find me one.
Human-shaped person.
Yes.
Not furry.
Scribbler is too polite to
Oh,
say,
goodness.
but I know for a fact she never uses that Kindle because she prefers physical books. But it's the gesture.
I
that
did
counts.
appreciate it, and I did try. I'll be
Aw.
honest, I did try. But I kept dropping it on my face when I was trying to read at night. And those fuckers hurt
Aw.
when you fall asleep with a book over your face, it drifts gently and the pages just kind of crease against you. When you drop a Kindle on your head, you feel that.
Splout.
She's like, oh fuck, my nose is broken, right.
It's almost as bad as crushing a can on your head.
But I'm bumped. That's actually a pretty good segue. Shall we get back to the game?
But
Yeah. The what? What'd you
Shall
say?
we get back to the game?
Back to
The what?
Wilty.
The game.
Back to Wilty.
I'm being facetious because we've been on tangents for so long that no one remembers what we were originally here for.
I thought
Yes,
you
the
couldn't
game,
hear
please.
me. I was getting worried.
No, I'm sorry.
yeah, there's been so many internet issues.
Yeah. Right. So midnight was that one. Nobody got that one right. Cerridwen, you're the last one then.
Once on a family day out, I got the jitters and had to flee a bird sanctuary.
Why? Why the jitters?
Nervous of a certain bird that was squawking at me, and I didn't like it.
What sort of bird?
It was a hawk.
A hawk.
A hawk.
Do bird sanctuaries exist in America?
Yes, I took my dad recently
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
one.
Right, okay.
Definitely.
Oh, in America,
That's what
sorry.
I know they do here. You've been in one. That's rather the premise of this whole thing. I used to live
I
next
love
to a
bird
bird sanctuary.
sanctuaries. Ooh.
How old were you?
I was about 11.
11's a little old to be scared off by a hawk.
They could be fucking intimidating when they're screeching at you.
I have a dumb question. Do they have hawks in England?
Yes,
Or
yes,
in-
they do.
Okay, sorry.
One nabbed a squirrel off the fence in my garden not long ago.
Oh, that's right. You
Oh,
told me
goodness.
about that.
Yeah, I was inside and thought the cat had got one and then saw a hawk flying away and went, oh no.
Hey, I'm Mr. Squirrel. Welcome to Jackass.
Wow.
Was this a family trip? Or was this a school trip? Or... Hello?
Hello?
Me?
Hello.
Cerridwen?
Cerridwen?
Hello.
Cerridwen?
Oh, we have an internet issues.
Oh, no.
Well, there we go again.
Yes, we're still here.
Am I here? Am I here?
Now we hear you. Yes,
Yes,
we hear you now.
Oh, hi.
That was weird. Okay.
Was it weird? Was it really internet outage or was it her cleverly buying some time?
Ah, stalling.
No, I don't think it likes me when I go and
The
flip
furry?
between programs.
Ah, yeah. Well, what was the question? I forgot.
Was this a school trip or family trip or, tell us more about why you were there.
It was just me and my mum. We were going out to a bird sanctuary.
Did your mom make any attempt to protect you from the hawk?
She was confused as to why I rushed off.
How close was it to you when it squawked?
So it looked pretty tame, and it was like absolutely fine. And then it came up to feeding time, and then it got really excited and started squawking its head off, screaming at me. I couldn't handle it.
Did you run away screaming or how did you exit this scene?
It was sort of like slowly back away and then full pelt.
Like, and I am
How
outta
close
here.
was it to you?
It was fairly close. I'd say about, I'm bad at judging distances, maybe like 10 meters away. It looked fine. I was like, it's a nice buddy. I don't like this. I don't like this.
Was it like you were trying to? Was it one of those like guided tours where you get to feed the hawks, or was the hawk just there?
The hawk, they were doing like flying the birds around, so they were like having a talk and like this is the peregrine falcon hawk, and this is a hawk, this kind of hawk, and yeah.
Okay.
We're going to feed them now. That's a nice bird. Oh, it's quite loud. Oh, I don't like this.
I like how polite you are in your own head.
I don't think I have any more questions.
No further questions, Your Honor.
Right. So then, Vladi, do you think it's truth or a lie?
I'm going to go with lie.
MP, do you think it's truth or a lie?
I think a lie. I'm no birdologist.
Ornithologist.
But what I know about from what I know about from what I know about birds, that dog don't hunt.
My God. Yeah, you don't know birds. Right, midnight.
Metaphorically speaking.
Just for the fun, I'm going to say lie as well, because something doesn't quite fit. But I don't know if it's because we haven't asked enough questions or because it's a lie.
All right, so we've got 3 lies. Cerridwen, truth or lie?
Lie.
So
Let's
points
go.
for everyone. So at the end of the second round of Home Truths, which should have taken about half an hour and instead has taken an hour and a half, we have Cerridwen on 3 points, Midnight on 2 points, NP on 3 points, but in the lead with 5 points is Vladi.
Yo!
Impressive!
Yeah. Right. So quickfire lies is each of you, I will send you a statement and a true answer and a fake answer. And we have, well, in fact, you know what? I'm going to change this up a bit. I'm just going to say, I'm going to tell you what the statement is, and then you have to guess which of the 2 answers I give you are a true answer or a fake answer. And anybody who gets it right gets a point, and those who get it wrong, no points. And you'll have 1 minute from when I say it to talk amongst yourselves of which one you reckon is true or false. Okay, are we all good with that?
Yep.
I think, yeah.
Okay,
Yep.
So Switzerland prohibits the ownership of A, just 1 guinea pig, or B, firearms by private citizens. which one's true? So to say again, Switzerland prohibits the ownership of A, just one guinea pig, or B, firearms by private citizens. You have 1 minute to talk amongst yourselves.
Hold on, let me Google this.
No!
No Googling!
No
That's
Googling!
cheating, you have to talk.
I kidding.
I'm
My
pretty sure
internet
it's the
couldn't
guinea
even
pig
handle
one,
it.
I'm also pretty sure it's a guinea pig.
because they're
Same
social
here.
animals and they need friends.
Yeah,
Or
otherwise
whatever.
it'd be a little animal cruelty.
I had a guinea pigs, and you had to have two.
Then
of them.
again,
But this is the
Then
actual
again, it could just be
government.
Firearms.
Firearms by private citizens, yeah.
But
See, here's the thing. That may also be true because I think that Switzerland, like guns are very prevalent in Switzerland, but it's basically because everybody's in the reserves. And so you have a gun in your house, but no ammo. They could both be true. I think the guinea pig one is true, but maybe like not necessarily for Switzerland.
I just kind of like the guinea pig one to be a thing, so they're not lonely.
Guinea pigs with guns. Don't allow it.
I was gonna say maybe they want to make sure like you wouldn't get just one guinea pig to shove up your butt or something like weirdos
What?
do.
That's a gerbil!
It's close
The
enough.
fuck? Have you seen the size of a guinea pig?
Oh yeah, I forgot.
Lemmiwinks.
Right, okay, time.
Must
just
travel
say,
through the great
You
sphincter.
have 10 seconds.
I think it's the guns. I think it might be too obvious, but I really think it, and I'm hoping it's the guns. I mean, it's sad to buy just get one guinea pig and it lives by itself and such, but I think it makes more sense.
Okay, remember
For
this
me,
is
with the
this is the
guns?
law by the Swiss government. So 3, 2.
You mean there are holes in it?
Right, okay. Cerridwen, which one do you reckon it is?
I'm going to be too practical and say guns.
Midnight, which one do you think it is?
Guinea pigs.
MP, which one do you think it is?
Guinea pigs.
Vladi, which one do you think it is?
Guinea pigs.
It is in fact guinea pigs.
Oh, let's go.
Private citizens are allowed
Guinea
to own
pigs with
firearms,
guns.
but you're not allowed to have just one guinea pig, and they do have a registry. So if your guinea pig dies, you have to go get another one.
A guinea pig
Oh, goodness.
registry.
Yep.
Now I gotta draw guinea pigs with guns.
Oh my goodness. Capybaras with guns, except they wouldn't use them. Too chill.
Now I've got the guinea pig bridge song stuck in my head.
I mean, it could be
Okay,
worse. It
then.
could be the hamster dance. Right, okay. You know what the weird thing is? You don't need the fucking voice changer to sound like that bloody video.
Did you know, this came as a huge shock to me, and I'm sure no one else. But did you know that hamster dance song is the song from
Robin Hood.
Robin Hood? I didn't know that.
I knew that. It's
I'm the only
oodle-lally.
one.
It's oodle-lally, golly what a day.
I didn't fucking know.
Oh,
Did you know that Robin
I
Hood,
just spat up.
the Disney's Robin Hood, was originally meant to be a Western? And they cast
Yeah, that I
everybody
knew.
using actors famous for being in Westerns and then decided to set it in Nottingham, which is why everybody's got these southern Texan accents.
Yeah, I heard about that. It's crazy.
Also, the actor who played Robin Hood was gay.
Nice.
That's the real reason he
Right.
was staying away from Maid Marian for so long.
I know.
And why
I
he
know what you're
and why
thinking.
he lives on his own in the forest with Little John, who is a bear.
I know what you're
Huh.
thinking. Did he shoot 5 arrows or just 6? Well, all the confusion, I kind of lost track myself, so you have to ask yourself a question. Do I feel lucky? Well, do you? Oodalali. I couldn't bring it back around. I couldn't think of what to say.
Oodalally. That works.
All right, carry on.
Right, okay.
Well, do you, governor?
They suddenly went from being in Nottingham to being Cockney. Right, okay, next one. Though it is now obsolete, tyromancy was A. Reading the future in the guts of enemies recently slain by your local warlord, or B. A form of divination that involved observing cheese to predict the future. So, though it is now obsolete, tyromancy was A. Reading the future in the guts of enemies recently slain by the local warlord, or B. A form of divination that involved observing cheese to predict the future. Which one do you reckon is true? You have 1 minute, go.
I think
God,
it's the
honestly, either could
cheese.
be.
I
I'm just
do
gonna,
love the
I'm gonna go with the
cheese.
guts. Because mancy, necromancy makes me think of that. So I don't know, but I'm gonna go with guts. I'm gonna go with my gut feeling.
Do you want to hear something absolutely terrible?
Go for it.
My other girlfriend, not Scribbler, has a whole podcast where she literally talks about the different forms of divination through the ages. This is literally the entire.
So whatever you're voting, everybody else will vote.
Kinds of divination throughout the ages, and I don't know this one.
Oh my god! So this is the only one she hasn't covered. Okay, that's fine.
I don't remember. I don't remember.
You can make this a suggestion for next time.
She probably talked about it for like 2 whole hours. I don't remember.
Well, you could talk amongst yourselves for the next 15 seconds.
Well, Tyro doesn't sound like anything cheesy.
That's
doesn't
very
sound
gotcha.
doesn't sound anatomical either.
What would be the Latin for cheese then?
Jesus.
What would be the Latin for gut?
Guttus.
Stop.
Fromages.
3,
just be a fart noise.
2, 1. Vladi, which one do you reckon it is? The cheese or the guts?
I'll go with the guts.
MP, which one do you reckon it is? Cheese or guts?
I gotta go with my gut on this one.
Midnight, cheese or guts?
Cheese. I'm going for cheese just because I don't know.
Cerridwen?
For shits and giggles, cheese.
Tis in fact the cheese.
No!
MP, I am really disappointed in you because that was in a program we watched together. The 3 goat ladies who saw the future in cheese.
In that one really weird ass
Kipo and the Age of Wonder Beasts.
Yeah.
Where they have 3 goat ladies who see the future in cheese, and apparently it's a real form of divination.
Son of a bitch!
Oh,
I should have known that 2 different ways.
There's this book series called The Iron Druid, and they have cheesemancy in that.
Well, now we know it's called tyromancy.
Cheesemancy.
I'm just thinking like in Stardust when the witches are using animal guts for stuff.
Mm-hmm. Like in Stardust.
It's also a real thing. Yeah.
This is
Well,
awful.
not a real thing. You know what I mean.
Right, okay. In ancient times, spider webs were used as A, bandages, or B, an aphrodisiac. So in ancient times, spider webs were used as A, bandages, or B, an aphrodisiac. 1 minute, off you go.
I feel like you would need a fuckload of spiderweb to make a bandage.
I don't know if it's like a little scrape, maybe you could use it. It's pretty strong stuff as well.
Let me go find a spider web and eat it.
So you know how honey has like antimicrobial properties? I wouldn't surprise me if spider webs have like the same thing.
I mean, you use moss as well as a bandage. If you like layer it, you could use webbing as like a layering, and you can have like pretty thick webs.
I literally forgot what the other option was. Bandages and what?
An aphrodisiac, like an ancient world Viagra type.
Oh no, you don't want to know what I'm imagining.
I don't know if that means they ate it or they placed it upon the genitals.
Like,
I can't imagine.
That spider's really fucking hot.
Don't be like that. I have seen anthro spider stuff.
Oh, I knew a guy who was really into that, and I'm sorry, but no.
Too many legs.
Oh, arachnophilia. I think that's on Wooten's channel.
It is. Oh, fuck, I've forgotten about that.
Nope. So much nope. Yeah, I'm leaning towards the bandage. You can use it as a layer, amongst with other things like moss and I don't know what.
Do they have spider farms? Like, how do they gather so much web?
Well, if you go into a cave, you can get some pretty thick webs.
That you can. You can, and sometimes they make these huge webs, and it depends on what country you're talking about as well, because in some countries there are literally periods of time where the entire area is covered in this white stuff.
Oh god, yeah.
Raining baby spiders.
Yeah. Okay, so what are we thinking?
That's scary.
Okay, so, Cerridwen. Bandages or aphrodisiac?
Bandages.
Right?
Bandages.
MP, bandages or aphrodisiac?
Bandages.
Vladi, bandages or aphrodisiac?
Aphrodisiac.
It is bandages.
Let's go!
Oh, yeah.
Yes!
And to answer the question, no, I don't know how they got so much. I'm assuming it's not like fucking war wounds. Oh, your arm is a stump. Let me stick this little bit of spider web on it.
I figured they would just like rip off a piece of cloth and wrap it around like in the movies.
Hold on 1 second. I'm just going to go into this cave and get a wadding full of web.
More likely, when you said that, I was like, shit, that's probably how they did it.
Well, I'm kind of glad I was wrong on that one.
Okay, next one. Ghost crabs growl using A, teeth in their stomachs, or B, vocal cords in their bottoms. So ghost crabs growl using A, teeth in their stomachs, or B, vocal cords in their bottoms. You have 1 minute, off you go.
I don't think they got vocal cords at all, so I'm going to go with the stomach teeth.
Same, and I really feel like I wished I watched a video of Frank covering this.
What do you mean that's
Cool
more
facts
believable?
about ghost crabs.
I would think, considering snakes have rattles in their tails sometimes, like, wouldn't vocal cords in their tails or butts make some sense?
I growl out of my
the
butt.
rattle's actually just from, like, kind of a cone after cone after cone stacked on top of each other, and then those clattering together make the rattle sound.
So
Wait a second.
You've got to decide, do they have teeth in their stomachs or do they literally talk out of their ass?
They growl out of their butt. The growling butt.
I mean, a butt does make noise, so it makes kind of some sense.
I've heard
They
some
just would have
weird,
to
like,
fart.
I've heard some weird things like noises animals make with, like, non-vocal cord stuff, so I wouldn't be surprised if an arthropod, like a crab, would have, like, teeth in its stomach for that.
But if it's just teeth, how does that work? Like, is it loose
I don't fucking
teeth?
know. I'm not Mother Nature.
Like, I
just
imagine
know
like
it's
it's
weird.
grinding its teeth. Like, if it's got, like, top and bottom teeth.
Imagine grinding your teeth, except doing it in your stomach. That is how the snow crab do.
You do that really well.
Thank you.
But wouldn't it mean that it couldn't make any noise if it had a full stomach?
And sometimes they will
Muffled
eat their own
growls.
bibbies.
Okay, 5,
Babies.
4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, Vladi. Teeth in the stomach?
Stomach
or
teeth.
vocal cords that you reckon stomach teeth. Okay.
Stomach teeth.
Wow, I didn't get to finish. MP.
Vocal cords in the anus.
Midnight?
Vocal cords in the butt.
Cerridwen?
Teeth.
Teeth where, though?
Teeth in the tummy.
It is teeth in the tummy.
No!
Wow, okay.
I know my animal facts.
It's the noise of them digesting. That's how they growl.
I'm hungry. My stomach is really actually growling.
No, literally, it's actually growling. It has teeth.
That's awesome.
That is strange.
Do we have time for a couple more before we finish?
I'm good for a few more.
2 more, do you?
Sure.
Two
Okay,
more.
2 more. Okay.
That's how they get you. Just two more.
Before he became president, Abraham Lincoln was A trained concert pianist, or B, a trained elite wrestling champion. So, before he became president, my voice is going, Abraham Lincoln was A trained concert pianist, or B, a trained elite wrestling champion.
He was a wrestler, and then he wrestled all those vampires. I'm 100%
That's what I was
sure that.
just
Yeah, pretty sure.
I was just thinking
I'm
that
100%
too.
sure that
Yeah,
I
why do you
saw
think
that. I read that in a book somewhere.
Hey, why do you think we don't have vampires in the U?
Because of Buffy.
Well, we don't have vampires anymore, do we? So because he killed them all. It was Abraham Lincoln.
Oh my gosh. Vampire Hunter, not an option. Pick between the pianist and the wrestler.
Wrestler. America.
Could be both. I'm gonna go with wrestler for some reason. It just
America.
Yeah, sure, why not?
I feel like penis because, I mean, you clearly
What
like.
did you say? Good night, everybody.
I know
I said
in
penis.
retrospect you probably said pianist, but because of all the noise it definitely sounded like penis.
Good night, everybody.
So the guy walks out of the men's room and he's like, "Hey, bartender, I think your genie might be hard of hearing." And the bartender's like, "No kidding. You think I wished for a 12-inch pianist?"
That's a good one.
Oh my god. Right. You guys have got about 20 seconds.
I mean, okay, I was going for. I mean, he did die in a concert hall, right? Or something.
Yeah, but he was in the audience.
It
He
was
was watching
a
a
theater.
play.
Yeah, but
Play.
it shows that he likes that sort of thing, so maybe
Oh,
that's
but it
why.
Doesn't necessarily mean
Now
he
you fucked
played.
up. Now you are fucked up now.
No. That's the one. Thank you.
You can enjoy it, but not necessarily play it.
Yeah, but I just can't imagine him being an actual wrestler like all the cartoons always say that he is.
I mean, if we're starting to look at cartoons for all of our historical knowledge, actually that would explain the educational system in America. Didn't forget I said anything.
Yeah.
407 years ago.
Watch.
You fucked up.
You fucked up.
Right. Okay, time to vote. Vladi, do you think that it is the pianist or the wrestler?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna go with the wrestler.
Just imagining him next to Hulk Hogan now.
Yeah, brother. 407 years ago.
Now I just wish Rodney Savage was still around purely so that he could play Abraham Lincoln. MP, wrestler.
Wrestler.
Midnight wrestler or pianist?
Piano player.
Cerridwen.
He's a tough guy, right? I'm going to say wrestler.
He was a trained wrestler.
Let's go.
Of course he is.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah. State of the Union, brother.
Yeah, slipping in a Slim Jim.
Oh my god.
Freedom of America.
Ah.
Are you okay there?
My face hurts.
We broke Scribbler.
Okay, who's got the glue?
Oh, what's that? Can you smell what the Link is throwing down? I don't watch wrestling. I don't know how it goes. I don't know that line.
Can you smell what the Lincoln is cooking?
That's the one.
Oh my god. Right, okay. Okay then. Every continent except Antarctica has at least one A, McDonald's, or B, Starbucks. So every continent except Antarctica has at least one A, McDonald's, or B, Starbucks. 1 minute, off you go.
You said continent, correct?
Continent, yes.
Incontinent.
Depends on how much McDonald's you've been eating.
I would assume that it would be easier to transport coffee beans down south, so I would think Starbucks.
I'm pretty sure it's McDonald's. I think I've seen a map which shows all of the McDonald's.
Oh wait, are we talking about what's in Antarctica or?
No, Antarctica is the only one that doesn't have one of these.
Oh, okay. I gotta reevaluate then. Hold on.
Gotta have that coffee in Antarctica. Gotta have it.
Well, I'm sitting here like, shit,
Fucking
what
cold
are the
there.
continents? There's North America, South America, Europe, Asia, Australia.
I can't imagine a continent having one, not the other.
I know that McDonald's had to petition to Venice to get their brand in there because Venice have got a very particular way of presenting things.
It's gotta be McDonald's, right? McDonald's is like, that's America. That's like America gastro diplomacy, I think.
America, fuck yeah.
America, brother.
Oh yeah.
Let's go to Mickey D's. Oh yeah.
And then we'll go slip into a Starbucks.
Slip into a Starbucks. It's got to be McDonald's. I'm ready.
Okay, we ready to go? Okay, Cerridwen. McDonald's or Starbucks?
Mackie D's.
I sound like I'm taking people's orders for lunch. Midnight, McDonald's or Starbucks?
McDonald's.
NP, McDonald's or Starbucks?
McDonald's.
Vladi, McDonald's or Starbucks?
I'm gonna go with Starbucks.
Oh,
It's McDonald's!
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. I fucked up.
Well, you kind of did, because it means now that if we're calling it here, are we calling it here?
Yeah, sure.
I think probably is.
So if we're
And
calling it
people
here,
sleep.
that does mean that despite being in the lead all the way through, we have at final scores Midnight in third place with 6 points, NP in second place with 7 points,
Oh yeah.
and in joint first, just getting that last point at the end there, Cerridwen. We've got Cerridwen and Vladi with 8 points.
oh! How the fuck did I do
So
that?
Vladi and Cerridwen, joint winners.
Wow!
I can't clap while holding down my push talk key, but pretend I'm clapping.
I have to use one hand.
What is the sound of one hand clapping?
This.
It's a fap.
Oh God!
Right.
Oh, God. Oh, we've killed her.
Oh my God! Sometimes these comments just come out of bloody nowhere.
I'm sorry. I don't know. It just came out of me. I blame NP.
It just came out of you?
Shut up!
That's what she said.
What is the sound of one hand clapping?
Penis.
Stop!
Fetus.
Wait, no, I got it. What is the sound of one hand clapping? Wait.
Oh God.
Oh, my face, it hurts.
Yeah, I squealed so loud then I frightened the cat. And that seems a pretty good note to leave it on. All right, everyone, thank you for joining us for our second episode of Would I Lie to You? We hope it was as entertaining for you as it was for us. And you might come back next time. So thank you for joining me. I've been Scribbler, and I was joined by Cerridwen.
Hello and goodbye.
Midnight 29.
Goodbye. This is fun.
Neighrator Pony.
Good night, everybody.
And VladiVoices.
Fetus.
Oh, God.
Wait, which one wait, say that again? Which one did you go with?
Fetus.
Oh,
For those in the back.
with the English accent.
Fetus.
Oh, this makes no sense to anybody who hasn't heard the conversation before the podcast.
Fetus, fetus, penis. Fetus, fetus, penis.
Please don't put those two together in any way that those words can be interpreted.
Well, one makes the other.
This is true.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
everybody.
Night night.